Welcome. Welcome to the Terror Dome. I'm not going to spend too much time. We're going to dance for a little bit. First and foremost, I am Jacinto. I'm a germaphobe. I'm glad to have you here. I don't know what compelled you to want to be at Valley High School, but we are grateful for your desire to want to be at Valley High School. Number one, not everyone in this room will qualify to be at Valley High School. There is a threshold when it comes to the total amount of credits that we need. Juniors, first quarter, we need about 6 credits, and seniors, we need about 12 credits. Some of you have been graced with the opportunity to come into this building, even though you don't meet the threshold of credits. That is a gesture of love, hope, and aspiration. So I hope that somehow or another, if someone lets you in the door without you meeting the threshold, you are willing to work hard for this. This place has been open since 1975. We've been guiding young folks towards their destination in life. Our job is to pole vault you to where you want to be in life. We want to help you be as successful as possible. It is on you, though, to put forth the effort that is needed to be successful. There's multiple stakeholders in this dance. It is the school's responsibility to step forward and be accountable. It's the child's responsibility. And then there's that partnership between the school and parents. But I will not take full responsibility for a child's failure. My job is to pole vault you to a level where you can be a successful young person. We have some folks in this building today with us. We have Jack, my general, my other general, Brittany. They are our assistant principal. We do go by our first name. My first name is Jacinto. And I'm part of a legacy of administrators that have been at this building and other buildings that represent Valley High School since 1975. This is almost our 50th year of helping kids that look just like you. I'm almost 50 because I was born in 1975. Anyone who's ever been in this building and had great success, which most people will have success, will go on and tell the story of how great Valley High School is. There's many giants that I stand on their shoulders to make sure that you're successful. So the naysayers, all they do is feed negativity. Do not listen to those folks. The things that people say negative about Valley High School, other schools experience the same thing. These are phenomenal institutions of learning. It's just that maybe there's 3,000 people in that facility. Maybe your anxiety is a little higher. Maybe you need that individual attention. Maybe you have to be reminded of greatness that you haven't heard since you were in middle school. That's where Valley comes in. Now, like I said, we're lions, and you know how the lion world works. This is the schedules that we have. We develop a unique schedule to meet the needs of students. The morning session has a bus. These other ones do not have a bus, except for the afternoon has one bus that will bring you to Valley High School if you live in this neck of the woods, the Jordan School District. If you live in the Canyon School District, we love you. We appreciate you. We've been dancing with you since 1975. You are a legacy kid, but we do not have any transportation that comes from the east side of our building. Power Hour. This is a special time of the day. It's almost like that pit stop in NASCAR or Indy 500 where you come in and you work on some things. Power Hour will give you an opportunity to earn credits without spending any money. During Power Hour, you will come in this room and you'll do like a TED Talk type experience where you can earn credits. We also have book club during Power Hour. What else do we have? Remediation, opportunity to make up your absences, and opportunity for some individualized attention. That is the transportation route. Now, for many of you have heard some strange things about our building. Some folks have said, this is not a real school. This is a school where dropouts go. Now, I want you to think about that. That's probably the dumbest thing I've ever heard before. That's kind of like an oxymoron. If you dropped out of school, why the hell would you be at school? So how can you be perceived as a dropout if you're still in school? This is what we offer you. We offer you the core elements of graduation. We have cut out a lot of the electives. There's not a lot of electives. If you're at Valley High School, it's because you need everything towards graduation. Valley High School is more than the academics. We couple the academics with life and social skills. You can be the greatest employee on planet Earth, but if you are a mean, hateful person, no one will want to work with you. Know this, when you come to Valley High School, we're outside in the hallways, always interacting with the kids, letting them know that regardless of the circumstance they face, they are worthy. You are worthy. You are the smartest group of people of this generation. You are capable of great things, curing cancer, getting rid of HIV. But you will only do so when you continue to grind it out. And I said continue, because many of you already do it. You are a champion, but you don't know that you're a champion yet. You need to be reminded of your greatness. Graduation, June the 6th. We're going to walk towards June the 6th. And June the 6th will be one of the greatest accomplishments in your life if you're a senior. Next year will probably be June the 3rd. I'm just making up dates as I go. On that particular day, we don't have a traditional graduation. What's going to happen at that graduation is all your team, all your crew, all your teachers, and everyone are going to assemble down at Real Academy down in Harriman. And we're going to celebrate your many accomplishments, and we're going to celebrate your mom and dad's pain and suffering, and let them know how much we appreciate the sacrifices they've made on your behalf. So on that day, you will be allowed to bring, if you know 600 people, you can bring 600 people. Because that's what we want you to do. We want to celebrate. We'll spend about an hour and 25 minutes celebrating the accomplishments of your kids, and then we're going to let you out. And we're hopefully at that time, we'll have prepared you with your parents to send you off on your merry way. Now, the game won't be over from there. I hope you go to trade schools, get gainfully employed, or potentially go to college from that experience. Kids who go to Valley High School attend colleges. Most of our kids go to Salt Lake Community College because in my mind state, we have the similar kind of goals and aspirations. We have the similar values in that it's a smaller learning environment. There are people there who care, and there are folks who will guide you. So that's why we support schools like Salt Lake Community College. Electives. You can do all these things here at Valley High School. We encourage you to be a part of our school. Everyone belongs at this school. I don't care what walk of life you've come from. We have kids from all stripes. When you come into this building, it's about respect. Now, by show of hands, how many people have a job? At Valley High School, you can get work release or credit towards actually experiencing work. If you work 10 hours, you get a quarter credit. If you work 40 hours, you can get a full credit. So that's another way to get some cheap credit. Now then, we do not have all these things. I told the other group, we've never had sports at Valley High School, meaning that we have been undefeated since 1975. We've never lost. Number one in our conference, number one in the division. Numerous championship rings. Now, the school dances, we do have a school dance. It's kind of rickety, I'll be honest with you. Some strange stuff going down in that dance. Most of the kids who come can't do what I do. So we may continue to have that dance. In addition to that, you can go to your Boundary Schools dance. Now, choices and responsibility. I told you before, at Valley High School, it's about love. This is how we get down here. If you have drama, we're going to work it out. We're going to expect that you behave like an adult. Although you're not at that level yet, we're going to say you're an adult with training wheels. meaning that we're going to expect for you to work out your problems, leave some of that beef outside of our building. If you come in this building throwing up your set, having drama with someone, you will be asked to resolve that at the local level or be done. We generally don't have the drama as traditional schools. Like I said, I bet we haven't had a fight at Valley High School for 5 years. That's a testament for the kids who have attended our school, the expectation from our teachers and staff, and the good energy that we provide in this building. Now then, when you come to Valley High School, they're the strangest people on planet Earth that attend this building. One of them is myself. So I don't want anyone to pass judgment on me to make me feel less than and belittle who I am. So the same expectation is for people who attend this building. All walks of life are welcome here and will be treated as such. This is a place of belonging. If you attend Valley High School, you belong here and will be treated with the utmost respect. Every last one of you. Every last one of you. The strange part about my background is this. I am black, as you can tell, and beautiful along with that. But I grew up in the country. I grew up hunting, wrestling gators, all types of things. So some of my favorite people in this building is going to be them country boys from Bluffdale. That's my people. So everyone who walks in that door will be treated with the utmost respect. Now then, some of you will end up in a bathroom stall. There'll be 7 of you like little cats in the same bathroom stall. Some boys will smell like strawberries. Some girls will smell like passion fruit. Some of the girls will be sitting on the floor when an administrator or an adult come into the restroom. I can't think of a more disgusting place to have a meeting. So why in the Sam Hill would you be in the bathroom stall? There is nothing positive that could be happening if there's 5 boys in a bathroom stall or 5 girls. Make sense? So that's what's going to happen. Sure, if I'm black and beautiful, it will happen. You will be escorted out the walk of shame. You will be embarrassed. We will take your mods. I will probably take a hit off. No, I won't. No, I won't take. I'm a germaphobe. I wouldn't do that. Stop bringing vapes to school, dadgummit. And I know everyone has one. And I know everyone has a burner one, too. The first time we take one, you're going to have another one in your pocket. And now some of these kids have gone to Vegas, gone to Oregon, Denver, and now you have the magical flute. Don't bring the magical flute to school. If your bag smells like a box of skunks, we ask that you don't bring it to school. So do us a favor. Let's abide by some rules. Again, I know this is an alternative school, but it's still a school. No, we do not smoke weed with the students. That's just not what happens. Now, other than that, we still abide by the same rules and expectations. Again, all the same rules and expectations you've experienced at your other schools, that's how we get down. This is a place about advocacy. Advocacy means that you tell adults what you need. In addition to that is you prepare yourself for what you need. You hold yourself accountable for being prepared to come to school every day. If the expectation in your class is about having dialogue about a particular subject, please read the excerpts from the day before. You go to school at Valley High School for approximately 5 hours a day, Monday through Thursday. At your boundary school, you are supposed to go 37 hours. We are providing you with one of the greatest pleasures on planet Earth. We're almost cutting your school days in half. So when you say to me, I couldn't wake up, I'm tired, I'm going to say, I don't really give a damn. Get your black ass to school. And remember, I told you before, I'm your father, so you're black now. That's how we're going to get down. So get to school. This is a laboratory that's going to allow you to be successful in life. I kid you not. This is the same institution of learning that allowed a young man in a single wide trailer with his grandmother to be standing in front of you right now. My grandparents gave me everything. My mom and dad gave me everything. My uncles and aunties and cousins had great expectations for me. We didn't have a lot of money, but we definitely had a lot of courage and wisdom and expectation. I am trying to impart some of that expectation on you. Number one, your mom and dad has been right your whole life. You think they haven't. You've been arrogant about it. But we, Jack, Brittany, myself, and Brian, we're going to be the liaison between your mom and dad and you. We're going to say the same thing your mom and dad says, but we ain't your mom and dad. You could either take wisdom for it or not. Say it again, brother. I kind of am your dad. I don't want to pay child support. That's why I said it. Dang, it's expensive paying for all these kids. I love that Johnny Cash shirt you got there too. All right. So that's pretty much it in a nutshell. What questions do you have for me? Because I'm going to get out of here. I get so amped up. My philosophy is kind of between a Baptist minister and a rapper, so I get amped up. I don't even remember what I told you, I'll be honest with you. If you said I said something, I apologize. Just saying. What questions do you have for me, mamas and dads? What's on your mind? What deep, dark desire do you have to ask of me right now? Yes, sir.
At what point, like if the child doesn't come to the valley, at what point do you just say, sorry? Is it after 20 absences, 30 absences?
I would say is about interventions. So first and foremost, what you're going to do at Valley High School is very unique. You're going to give your teachers and our school your cell number. We have Google Voice, which means our teachers will make outreach. We have specialists like Brennan, who is not here right now, that also make outreach. These two folks, include myself, will also make outreach. We have a police officer, Preston. We will drive to your house. So that's what makes it different. Now, if you get to a point where we care more than you, then that's problematic. This is your life. So I hope by allowing you to enter the doors of Valley High School, you recognize this is your life. You can either be successful at it or you can struggle. But you have the balance of your life to make that decision. Any other questions? My man.
What do I do if I don't make the credit requirement?
You better have a mean talk game, brother. You better have a mean talk. Or do you have a little pimp in your spirit? Do you better? But you know, I've seen how you got down. If you work, you're working, right?
No, I don't have a job right now.
But you did have a job. So me, philosophically, you might not meet the threshold based on your credits, but what do you bring to the table? So you're going to have to convince one of these two people right here that you're worthy of having a second, third, fourth, or fifth chance. That's what Valley's been built on, giving kids opportunities. We do not want to reduce opportunities. But it gets to a point where we're doing more work than you, then it becomes problematic. All right? Thank you kindly. Welcome to Valley High School.
So I'm Jack. Like Jacinta said, I'm one of the assistant principals here. We'll go through a couple things. Just know that I am going to be in no way as entertaining as he is. He sets the culture here as one of the best principals I've ever been around, and an even better person when you get to know him. So make sure he'll always talk to you guys in the halls, as well as all of us will. Don't be strangers, right? Talk to us, all those things, because I can guarantee you there's not a set of people, adults in a building that will care more about kids than here at Valley High. There are teachers, there are administrators at other schools that care about kids just as much as we do, but as a collective group, all of our people care about kids. Okay? And with that, one thing to think about, who is the most important person walking in a school? Kids, 100%. A lot of people will say the principal, the teachers, the counselors, and while those people are all necessary and they're great, their whole purpose is for you as an individual student. Students are the most important people in the school, the reason we are here. So please make sure if you have anything going on that you need help with, please talk to us. I can promise you that there is not an adult here that wants to jam you up, get you in trouble, all these things. People here truly care about you and want to help you. Attendance, he hit a little bit on it, but it is mandatory. All right, we cut the school day in half. We are here 16 hours a week is all. So that is not a lot. 4 hours a day, 4 days a week. So because we have such limited time for our teachers to be able to cover all the material that they would as a traditional school still would have to, we expect you to be here. We expect you to act like adults, like Jacinto said. If you have a job, so those of you who have a job here, if you're going to miss, who calls in? You do, right? Your parents don't call in. So if you're going to be absent, right, it's a little different here than in a boundary school. At a boundary school, the parent had to call in. Here, if you're going to be absent, you will call in to your teachers and say, I'm going to be absent. What do I have to do to make up my absence? And your teachers will respond with what you have to do. Okay, parents, you don't need to call. Right? It's not like another school where you can call and excuse things. There is an excusal for certain absences, but that is all done through administration. So if you have emergencies, you get in a car wreck, right? There's just different things that happen. You have to go to court. There's a couple things that way that you just can't get out of. If you have those, talk to an administrator and we can excuse those, and they don't count towards your absences. But that's really for extreme things, right? If you're just going to be gone for a vacation or whatever, you're still expected to talk to your teachers about how to make that up. So you're given 2 absences that you do not have to resolve. So your first 2 absences in each class, it is an A day and a B day. So it's 4 absences for the quarter, 2 in each A day, 2 in each B day. Obviously, you still have to make up the work that way. After 2, as soon as you get to that 3rd absence in a class, it will be changed to an I. What the I means is you are invited to go and meet with your teacher during power time. So that 1:30 to 2:30 slot. If you have an I, you have to at least spend 50 minutes in that class per absence to resolve that absence. So it takes that whole hour to resolve one of your classes. So that way you're just going hour for hour. You miss an hour, you make it up with an hour. Once you hit that 5 absences, it'll go straight to an NC, which means no credit, which means you take that class over again the next quarter. Like I said, if there's one thing we are super strict about, attendance is that. If you get an I and you do not resolve it before the end of the quarter, it will also turn to an NC. Any questions about attendance? Okay. So we are, like I said, we're strict on it, but it has been shown if you're here, we can help you. And that's the whole point. The whole point behind it is we want to see you succeed. At the bottom of this, you can see habitual attendance issues. Jacinto talks a little about it. But if your status is in jeopardy at Valley High, it will not be a curveball to you. Everyone will know. There will be a lot of meetings. Brendan will reach out. We will reach out. We will talk about a contract. Most of the time, if you're not attending, it's due to other stuff going on in your life, so we'll offer supports. But just know that we are never going to kick out a kid that's struggling. That's not what we want. But if you just don't want to be here, then we'll kind of move along those lines. But we definitely want to work with you and make sure everything is good. And you are ours, like Jacinto said, so we're not going to give up on you. Make sure you're doing what you can, communicate, and we'll be fine. How to contact teachers, Google Voice works best. Emails as well. All of that information is on our website. So if you go there, go to staff directory, everybody will have their Google Voice as well as their email there. Make sure you look at Parent Square app. It's new this year to the district as our new push out so the Skylar things won't be going out anymore. It's all through Parent Square app. If you get a voice message on there from the principal, make sure you listen to it. Does anybody know why? From summer school or anything else? Why do you want to listen to it? He sings. He does. He sings to you. He laid out some beats in his office and will grace you with whatever song he's feeling at the moment. So they're very entertaining, so please do listen to them. Don't just skip over them thinking that they say the same thing as the email. They have that information, but they're way more enjoyable than that. Credit recovery opportunities, we do have quite a few. Friday field trips are probably our biggest one, so make sure if you can see those, do those. So those you have some pre-work. It's not as much as a packet. If a packet's this big, of all the information, a Friday activity is this big, right? So you do some pre-work, and then you'll go out and experience the world and go to different places, whether it be the aquarium, Clark Plantation, art in Salt Lake City, art walks and different things. Like there's a bunch of different ones for you to do, and are really good. You get fed breakfast, lunch, so it's a pretty good deal for $35. Paper packets, we do have those as well. $35 for those. Book club is free. It is once per quarter, and you can read the book, do the essay, and be able to get some English recovery credit for that. Service learning, there's a couple different things with like a suicide walk and different things that you can do with your counselor, so check with them. And then a Power Hour card. So we have these Power Hour cards that look like this. They have little spots for stamps. If you get 24 stamps by going to Power Hour, then you can receive 0.25 elective credit for makeup. So it has to be a class you have taken and failed, but you can do that to make up elective recovery credit. If you need a math recovery credit, a language arts, a science, any of those, you can just talk to your teacher, talk to your math teacher, and they'll say, hey, do the card as well as a project, and you can get math recovery credit for that. So there's a lot of different things. Just talk to your teachers about those. So even though Power Time's not mandated, unless you have an I, then it's mandated, there's still a lot of things that you can do to help make up recovery credit during that time. Hey, any questions on that?
Just as far as the recovery credit, is that recovery credit from classes that they didn't pass here?
Yes.
Or something they're bringing in from out?
So from previous generally, usually here it's an NC and we make them retake the class. Most of the time, like I said, there's very few times that it's an actually F here. Most of the time if they're not passing, it's because they haven't attended. And so the consequence for that is to retake that class. Any other questions? All right. There is a mindful pause / movement. So if you're in the morning, there's a mindful pause that comes on every day at 10 a.m. There is one of our teachers who is a radio DJ, and so he will go on and he gives just some encouraging words, some thoughts. Lasts about 2 minutes every day at 10 a.m. And then in the afternoon at 3:30, there's some sort of movement, whether it's walking around the school, something just to get you up and moving to break up the day that way. And then the Valley Way, we are tolerant of all people. We're a very welcoming group. Like I said, everyone here does belong, and we stand by that. We mediate our conflicts. So Jacinto talked a little bit about that, right, that we haven't had fights here. Part of the reason is because it is well known, and so just to make sure everyone knows here, if you do get in a fight, you are not asked to come back to Valley. We kick you out if you have a fight. So please do not fight at Valley. The whole mediating conflicts is a big part of what we are about, and will greatly assist you as you continue on. All right, well, that is it for me. Any questions you have for me before we go? Okay, so I will turn the time over to Brittany.
Okay, guys, so like they said, I'm Brittany. This is my first year at Valley. I was at Harriman last year, so I'm very happy to be over here at Valley, smaller community. We've said a lot of names today. A lot of different names have come up. So I just wanted to quickly show you some pictures. Okay, so these are a lot of the secretaries, administrative assistants that work in our building. A lot of these people have been here over 20 years. So if you have questions about Valley or a process, these are your people. Okay, obviously me and Jack can help out, but these guys know a lot and they're very helpful. So if you have questions, go to them, and please respect them like you would any other teacher. Jacinto talked a lot about this mutual respect, and I think that's a big thing with all the adults in the building. So respect them just like you would any other friend, okay? So again, these are kind of our registrars, our secretaries. There's people from the counseling center up there, those types of things. Other people you need to know. School psych is over on the end, so if you're ever needing some help with some mental health things, that's a person that you can go to. Obviously, you can go talk to your counselor first and they can refer you, but she's great. She always has interns here learning from her because she's so awesome. Our school resource officer is Preston. He's awesome. You'll see him out in the halls all the time. He is a person you really want to get to know. He works for South Jordan Police, but if there's ever anything going on outside of school that you need some assistance with, he can help you out, okay? Brennan, he's our school student advisor. So if you're starting to get absences, he's a person that's going to start reaching out to you. What's going on? And he'll kind of help you work through that process. He can also help you, again, with other things that are going on, but the big thing for him is attendance stuff, okay? And then finally, Tammy Kistler, she's our McKinney-Vento. So she helps a lot if you're needing food for your house, if you need somewhere to stay, you're needing clothes, those types of things. She is a person that you would go to. Okay, so again, adults in the building who are really helpful. Counselor-wise, so here's our 3 counselors, and it's based on your last name. So if you look up there, either you've probably reached out to them to schedule an appointment, but if you haven't, you can go ahead and do that today while you're here. But what they'll do, they'll meet with you once a quarter, which is a lot more than you would get at those bigger high schools, right? A lot of times the counselors, you only meet with them once a year. These guys, it's at least once a quarter, okay? And you can go to them anytime. So Alina, Bonnie, and Stephanie, those are our 3 counselors. They'll help you set up the schedules with you being new here. So if you're wondering how schedules get set up and stuff, that's an appointment you're going to set up with your counselor. Okay. Wade, he is our custodian, our head custodian here. He does an amazing job keeping this building in shape. So please respect him and everybody that works under him. Okay, he does a great job here. Questions about people in the building? Anything I missed? Okay, cool. So here's what I need from you guys. You should have gotten 3 papers that you need to make sure get signed. Make sure those either get to me or Jack, or if you're going over to the counseling center, you can give it there too. If you have not done so already, you need to make sure you register online. And what else? What else am I missing? Okay, I think that's it. Thanks for coming, you guys. We look forward to seeing you all next week.